Turn this nasty looking mess into money. Welcome to Hobby Hardwood, Alabama Sawmill, a mom and pop operation that produces some of the highest grade lumber in the country. Hey, let's unload this little kiln. I don't think y'all have ever seen the inside of it. It's 1,000 board foot. It's full of walnut. Let's get this thing open. Load of wood right here. Time we get done with it, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 layers. 700 board foot. 10,000 bucks worth of wood right here, give or take. In order to dry flat wood, you gotta have weight on top of it. It's like pressing a flower in a book. Otherwise, you'll lose the top 2 or 3 layers. They won't dry flat. The ones below will, simply because they have weight. Now look at that. When I lift that up, you notice how that wood's not springing up at all. It just sits there. That is flat wood. But since we sell both live edge and edged wood, what we're going to do is we'll hand sort through this, pick out the ones that are going to be the best for live edge, and then we're going to pick out the ones that will be the best for boards. That way we get the best of both worlds. What you want for a board is not what you want in a live edge slab. You want some defects in live edge slabs. You don't want defects in your boards. Turn this nasty looking mess into money. There's a river table right there. We got a stack for river tables, and now we're going to go edge those on the edger and turn those into real boards.
After lunch.
We're tired. It's tough. We're old. And seriously, y'all need to subscribe because we're old. We're old. Hard work. It's camera stuff. Just, you know, help us old people out. Subscribe and like. You know what I'm saying? We ain't like some of these young people. This is hard for us old people. All right, let's go. Chip heard that. He's even got sawdust on him now. Look at that. All right. So we have the stuff we're going to turn into lumber. Stuff like this, where you got a crack here, you get a board here. What we're going to do is we're going to take the good wood out of this, so you can tell this is a board. This is a board. This is straight through a major crack right here, board, whatnot. So our edger has 2 blades in that body right there. They correspond to these 2 lasers. When I move this lever, the blades move, the lasers follow. So what'll happen is I will shine the lasers down on the board, get the best cut, feed the board through, it goes through the blades, comes out the other side, and it's wood. It goes from not good wood to really pretty wood. So here I have this real wide board with a crack right down the center. I'm going to adjust the lasers to miss the crack, feed it in. When it comes out to the side, I'll have this piece cut.
I'll stack it and then take the left side with the crack, and I will feed it back into the machine on the rollers and recut it. So there's a set of rollers on this edger that go over the top, and I just simply roll that back instead of having to carry it. Now I've got that board set back on the rollers on the end feed. I set the lasers to the correct width to maximize what I can get out of this piece and send it back through. Now some folks may say that I could have trimmed these up on a sawmill either when I was sawing them green or now, but the reality of it, nothing beats an edger except a straight line rip saw for accurately maximizing and cleaning wood to get the most value out of it. I mean, that's kind of what they're built for.
That's a nice pack of wood. It's even nice enough that Chippy turned around and got interested in it, didn't he? Anyway, on to the next step.
So even though we have a really nice flattening planer, when I'm doing a high value species like walnut, we will run them through our Italian 20-inch facer first and make sure we get one good reference flat face. At that point, we'll run them straight into the flattening planer, which will also reface that one face and then thickness the top. So we end up with extra flat boards. It goes a little bit slower, but it really makes some nice looking wood. You might also notice that the pork chop safety for the facer is not being used. Most of the times I'll use it. When I'm filming, I'll generally take it off because it really helps to see what I'm doing by being able to see the cutters as I'm filming. The real safety feature of a good facer is a easily movable fence. So basically, instead of running with the fence wide open, I will always adjust the fence to where it just barely covers the board. That way there is almost no room for the cutters to get me because the board itself is acting as a safety. If you look at this last piece, you'll see how it barely cleared the cutters. So whether you're using a pork chop or not, you should always get into the habit of adjusting your fence to the width of the wood you're facing to add a layer of protection. You've got to keep those cutters covered with something. So you might as well cover them with a piece of wood you're working on. So I don't know if you noticed it, but on this last board I just fed in there, I rotated it 180 degrees from where I faced it. As I'm running the facer, I'm noticing where the flattest end is, and I would use that as a reference so that when I do feed it into the flattening planer, the flat end is the one that goes in first and gets held down to the deck. So I just did it again right there. So the whole time I'm using these machines, I am thinking about what they're doing and what the optimum placement into the next machine would be. It's also important to realize that I'm not taking a full width flattening pass on this facer. All I'm trying to do is get a skid mark or a reference flat line down the board as long as possible. There's really no need for me to flatten the entire face because that's what the whole flattening planer is for. I just need to have a flat skid mark, at least 2, maybe 3 inches wide on any board, and the planer will take it from there. Now the reality of it is the planer is very good at flattening boards anyway, but for walnut that may be $100 a piece, I'm going to give it a little extra help. Now you may also notice that I am wearing 2 pairs of safety glasses. It's not uncommon. I forget how many's on my head. The main thing is that I'm at least wearing 1 pair of safety glasses. I like the full wraparound. I buy them from Amazon. They are nice. Working with wood, if you're not wearing safety glasses, you will before long, because you will get something in your eyes.
Well, folks, that's it. You probably won't see too many other operations go through everything we go through to make this wood. Buy veneer grade logs, saw them up, live edge them, air dry them for a year, kiln dry them, sterilize them, sort through them, edge the ones that need to be boards, use the other ones for live edge, run them through the straight line, or excuse me, run them through the edger, and then run them through the facer, and then run them through the flattening planer, and we're done. And those are gorgeous. Get y'all watching. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you next time.